My name is Ethan Carter, and I am 29 years old. I was living in New York City with my girlfriend Madison Blake, who was 27. We had been together for a few years and even shared the same apartment, but slowly things started to change between us. At first, everything felt normal and full of love, but over time we began arguing more often. Small issues turned into big fights, and the comfort we once had started disappearing. Madison and I were not communicating well anymore. There were long silences, late nights, and emotional distance. I tried to fix things in the beginning, but it felt like only I was trying. Still, I did not want to give up easily, so I kept hoping things would improve with time. One day Madison told me she was going to visit her family in Dallas for 1 week. She packed her bags and left the apartment like everything was fine between us. I did not question her because I trusted her, even though deep down I felt something was not right in our relationship anymore. A few days later, I went out into the city for some work and fresh air. While I was walking through a busy street, I decided to stop at a restaurant nearby. That moment changed everything. From a distance, I saw Madison sitting on an outdoor patio. At first, I thought I was mistaken, but as I got closer, I realized it was really her. She was not alone. She was sitting with her ex-boyfriend Daniel Brooks. They were talking closely, laughing, and behaving like there was a deep connection between them. It was not just a casual meeting, it looked emotional and comfortable. Stood there for a moment completely silent. My heart felt heavy, but I did not approach them. I did not create a scene or shout. I just took a step back, pulled out my phone, and quietly captured a few photos as proof of what I had seen. After that, I turned around and left the place without saying a single word. That night I could not sleep properly. My mind was full of thoughts, but I made one decision very clearly: I would not react in anger. I would not destroy myself emotionally. I would plan everything carefully and leave with dignity instead of chaos. Part 2. After discovering the truth, I started focusing on my next steps instead of arguments. I was living in a month-to-month lease apartment, which required a 60-day notice before moving out. I contacted my landlord, who was a calm and understanding person, and informed him that I would be leaving soon. I handled everything in a professional way and officially submitted my notice. At the same time, I began searching for a new place to live. I slowly organized my belongings and made plans for moving. I did not confront Madison about what I had seen immediately. Instead, I stayed quiet and acted normal around her. I kept my emotions controlled and did not show any anger or sadness in front of her. Madison continued her routine like nothing had happened. She would come home late sometimes, go out frequently, and act as if everything in our relationship was still fine. She had no idea that I already knew the truth and had already started preparing to leave. Days turned into weeks. I used that time to mentally detach myself from the situation. I stopped arguing, stopped expecting answers, and focused only on my exit plan. The apartment slowly started feeling less like our home and more like a place I was leaving behind. Finally, moving day arrived. Early in the morning, a professional moving team came to the apartment and began packing my belongings. Boxes were being filled, furniture was being moved, and everything was happening quietly and smoothly. Madison woke up confused and shocked when she saw strangers packing things. She asked me what was happening, thinking there must be some mistake or misunderstanding. I calmly looked at her and showed her the pictures I had taken earlier. I told her I knew everything. There was no shouting, no emotional breakdown, just truth being revealed in silence. At the same time, the landlord also informed her that the lease was ending and a new tenant would be moving in very soon. She was told she had until midnight to leave the apartment completely. For the first time, Madison realized the seriousness of the situation. She stood there silent, watching as her belongings were gathered and placed in one corner of the room. The furniture, however, belonged to me, so it stayed. By the end of the day, everything was settled. I left the apartment without any argument or drama. No loud words, no emotional collapse, just a quiet exit. That day taught me something very real: betrayal does not always need revenge. Sometimes the strongest response is calm planning, self-respect, and walking away without losing your dignity. Moral lesson: simple understanding. Betrayal destroys trust, and trust is the foundation of any relationship. Anger can make situations worse, but patience and planning give better results. Self-respect is more important than emotional revenge. Walking away peacefully is sometimes the strongest form of justice.